Hello, this is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here to talk about the Carmen Suite, not Bizet's Carmen Suite. I'm talking about the ballet by Rodion Shchedrin. Now, as some of you may know, I usually don't care about how I pronounce people's names. I anglicize and mispronounce at total random and with a lot of glee sometimes. But since I happen to speak Russian, I feel it's my obligation to pronounce Shchedrin correctly, more or less. There is in Russian a letter, which is a double SH, shishish. And so that's how you pronounce it, Shchedrin. I love it. I just like the sound. I like saying it. It's wonderful. Anyway, the Carmen Ballet, as some of you may know, was composed for Shchedrin's wife, the prima ballerina at the Bolshoi, Maya Plisetskaya, who passed away just fairly recently, actually. And she was, of course, one of the greatest dancers of the century, and this was one of her solo star turns. And since then, everyone's been doing Carmen. They've been skating to it and running around and doing, Carmen things. Anyway, this is a fabulous, fabulous arrangement of the score to Carmen because it's written for strings and percussion and nothing else. And since I have the score here, I am going to tell you exactly what it's written for because I just think it's fascinating. So the way Shchedrin arranges the piece is for the string ensemble, which has 18 firsts, 16 seconds, 14 violas. It's a lot. 12 cellos and 10 double basses. Big, big, big ensemble, which will matter when we talk about recordings later. And then 4 percussionists, and each one has his own sort of little population of instruments. So percussion 1 has a marimba, a vibraphone, castanets, 3 cowbells, 4 bongos, tubular chimes, a high snare drum, and a guiro. You know what a guiro is? It's a gourd that you scrape. It goes, it's in Latin percussion. I have one, but, it's in the closet where everyone keeps their guiro. Percussion 2, vibraphone, marimba, a alto snare drum, a tambourine, 2 wood blocks, claves, triangle, and another guiro. Claves also I have in the closet. That's those 2 wood sticks. You go like that with them. Someday I'll show you. I was the claves player in Gershwin's Cuban Overture, and let me tell you, it's a great part. Percussion 3, glockenspiel, crotals, which are also known as antique cymbals, maracas, a whip, a regular snare drum, a cocolo. Now a cocolo, just so you know, you may have seen one. It looks like one of those rides, amusement park rides with like the things hanging from it. It's kind of like it's a saucer about yay thick on a stick. And it has metal beads around the rim. And what you do is you hold the beads and you turn the thing and it goes like that. That's what a cocolo is. Another guiro, lots of guiros. 3 temple blocks. A temple block is like a wood block, only it's hollow. It's sort of, wood block is a slit drum. It's a chunk of wood with a slit, and you hit the top, and it goes bucka, 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 bucka. And temple blocks are rather like that, except they're wooden and square, and they have sort of a lip at the end, and they make more or less the same sound. I mean, not too different, actually. Bass drum, tam-tam, a tenor drum, which is a large snare drum with... they don't buzz the way snares do. They actually have snares, tenor drums usually, but they're much deeper sounding. A triangle. And the 4th percussionist has cymbals, bass drum, another tam-tam, what Shchedrin calls the Charleston. It's not the dance. Charleston is nothing but sandpaper blocks. Those 2, sandpaper blocks. A triangle, a tambourine, 5 tom-toms. Yes. And then there are 5 timpani. So that is the Carmen Suite. It's been recorded a surprising number of times. Why? Because the tunes are great, right? It's Carmen. Although Shchedrin does some very interesting things with them. For example, the Toreadors March is played without the Toreadors tune on top of it. Shchedrin just plays the accompaniment. It's extremely amusing the way he does it, and very tantalizing because you hear the tune in your head while the accompaniment going on. It's excuse me, it's incredibly clever and witty, although the ballet itself is rather tragic because at the end, Carmen is overpowered by fate. And fate, of course, is symbolized with the tam-tam. What could be better? Okay, so let's talk about recordings now. Here's the deal. Despite the fact that it's written for this enormous string section, the piece has been very, very successfully recorded with chamber ensembles. Believe it or not, it just works. It works either way. I assume that they enlarged the string section somewhat, but I don't know how much. The first sort of famous one for chamber ensemble is in here. It was on EMI originally, but it's in the Gerard Schwartz box with the LA Chamber Orchestra. Very exciting, an early EMI digital that didn't sound like crap like most of their early digitals did. It sounded really good, a really exciting performance, and happily it has been rescued from oblivion by Naxos and inserted into the Gerard Schwartz box. The other fabulous performance for chamber ensemble is this one with I Musici de Montreal and the Ensemble Repercussion, which is just a knockout. This also comes with other stuff. It comes with Torina's L'Oración del Torero and, let's see, something in imitation of Albéniz by, it's a transcription, okay, by Yuli Turovsky, and the Stalin Cocktail by Shchedrin and Humoresque. So these are all fun. An arrangement by Yuli Turovsky. Anyway, this is a great record. Just a great record. Fabulous sound. Performance is exciting as hell. What could go wrong, right? Now, if you're looking for recordings with big orchestra, there is, of course, the one that we've seen more frequently has been Pletnev's on Deutsche Grammophon, which isn't bad. He takes a couple insanely demonic tempos, but basically it's a very, very good performance, and it's got some other cool Shchedrin pieces with it, including the first concerto for orchestra, Naughty Limericks, which I love. It's absolutely wonderful. Now, the other really good recordings, I've got 3 of them here. There's batches, but these are the ones that I think you should pay attention to. Here you also get Naughty Limericks along with the Carmen Suite, and played by the Ukrainian State Symphony Orchestra. This is Theodore Kuchar. Same orchestra that did that great Martin cycle with Arthur Fagan, and Kuchar, who did a great Prokofiev cycle with this orchestra on Naxos, and he does a great Carmen Suite. You can't go wrong. The sentimental favorite, truly the sentimental favorite, is Arthur Fiedler and the Boston Pops. This was the first recording of the work in the West. It was a real discovery then, and when Fiedler recorded it, everyone just sort of went, "Ooh, what's that?" Everyone was kind of surprised, it was a daring piece of musical sort of audacity for Shchedrin to take Bizet and treat him this way, and it's so successful. This was a great record that sold 1 million copies, and it still deserves to. It's absolutely fabulous. And you also get Shostakovich's incidental music to Hamlet and Glazanov's Carnival Overture. How many times have you heard that? Huh? Fiedler, Boston Pops, great. However, if you got to have one, you got to go back to the original cast recording. And here it is. Well, it may not be the exact original cast, but close enough. One of the original cast. Gennady Rozhdestvensky with the Bolshoi Theater Orchestra on Melodia. It's coupled with the Anna Karenina suite here, which is also a great deal of fun. The romantic music for full symphony orchestra. This is with Svetlanov conducting. This is a great Shchedrin disc. Hard to find, like all Melodia stuff. Who knows where it is now? I'm sure one of you people will know where. But if you can get the Rozhdestvensky Carmen Suite, it has the freshness of a new discovery, as does the Fiedler, of course. But, there's something to be said for French music about death played by Russians. You just can't beat it, can you? Keep on listening, folks. Thank you, and be well.